Hello, my name is Sam. Welcome to my video. This is the first of many, I hope. So there are a couple of things I need to make sure. One is that you need to be quite clear about this. You need to listen to your body. I'm not there, so if you're doing any postures that you're not comfortable with, which means your body will tell you. In that case, you don't do the posture, you come back out, sit back and watch and gradually develop your postures, especially as you go through more and more practice. The second bit is not everybody is comfortable at sitting on the backs of their heels because the fronts of the feet are tight. It's perfectly okay to use 2 or 3 blocks between your feet as you sit back. Or if you haven't got blocks, just get a couple of cushions from the settee, put the cushions between the feet and then sit back. Gradually you get rid of the blocks or the cushions as time goes by, and the fronts of the feet will begin to stretch, and tremendous benefits of all of that. The arches of the feet remain active, all bodes well. So once again, I repeat, you must listen to your body and let the body guide you. If it doesn't feel right, come back out. Look after yourself. Thank you, and join in my first lesson. And once the forehead is on the mat, let the elbows drop towards the mat. And keep engaged with your breath. As you breathe in, let the ribs at the back move. Feel. Breathe against the pressure. Good. Toes, ankles, knees, hips. And then you slowly lift your head. Come up with the spine. For most of you, these are very familiar postures. Let the hands go by the side and exaggerate. Bring the shoulder blades towards each other. Breath in and out. Eyes are open. We're going to open the front of the body. Lean back, plant the palms on the mat or beyond the mat. Doesn't matter if they're on the floor. Fingers pointing towards the knees. Roll the shoulders, shoulder blades come towards each other, and then the back of the head into the shoulders. And deliberately, 2 breaths into the tops of your lungs. Breath in and out. Breath in and slowly come back. Coming upright again, hands by the side, shoulder blades coming towards each other. Let the hands go onto your knees. And then you exaggerate that arch in the lower back. So the collarbones lift up. Chin is slightly tucked in. A proud posture. Breath in. Breathing out, start to rotate forward. Palms on the knees, guide the forehead. Try and keep the bum close to the heels. Doesn't matter if it comes away. Once the forehead is on the mat, stretch the hands up towards the top of the mat. Feel down face dog if there is a cramp. Yes? Just go into it. Just know the postures. Forehead on the mat, belly button going towards the mat. And now get engaged with what's going on in the body. Your thighs are pushing the hips away from your head. Get a good grip on the mat and creep the fingers forward. Pull the head and shoulders away from the hips and stretch the whole of the spine. Breathing is easy. If there's a cramp, you come up into down face dog. You know that. Listen to the body. Breath in and out. Good. Several sequences coming up. Again, staying with the warm-up. Lift your face, look at your fingers. Open the fingers nice and wide. Slowly start to come up onto your knees. Tuck your chin in, look at your toes. Tuck the toes onto the mat. Toes onto the mat, fingers nice and wide. And slowly straighten out the legs, push the bum up. Allow the crown of the head to drop towards the mat. Your feet are hip width apart. Good. And then cycle the knees slowly. One knee bends, the opposite heel presses towards the mat. Count of 2, and then you change over. Let the muscles right from the heels to the base of the hip, let them stretch. A couple of rounds of that. And then you allow both the heels to go towards the mat. Both the heels going down. Can the crown of the head drop a little bit more towards the mat? Wonderful. Into up face dog. Start to feed the body forward between the arms. Roll over the toes, fronts of the feet on the mat. If need be, drop the knees. Otherwise, press and look up at the ceiling and lift the knees off the mat. Shoulder blades come a little bit towards each other. Good. Breath in, breathing out. Roll over the toes, back into down face dog. And come down to your knees and sit back. Again, hands by the side. So how was that? Good? Well done. Let's go. Once more. Fingers wide, into down face dog. Looking at your feet. Let the crown of the head go down. And let the arms do the work as well. Well done. Coming up on high heels. Fronts of your toes, fronts of your feet at 90 degrees. Let the crown of the head drop a little bit. The shoulders engage then. That's it. Feed the body forward till you know the body is in a plank posture. Don't let the bum stay high, don't let it sag down. Hold. Belly button lifting towards the spine. Looking at the mat. Good. 1 foot at a time. Fronts of the feet go on the mat. Then you guide the pubic bone towards the mat. If need be, drop the knees. Otherwise, keep them up. Press and look up. Toenails to the base of your chin. Breathe. Breath in. As you breathe out, roll over the toes, back into down face dog. Head going down a bit more. And then come down to your knees and sit back. Hold the hands and everybody. All you got to do is just give it a go, because you've got to, sometimes it takes a while for the posture to arrive first time. Chaturanga is everybody's favorite, so you're going to love this one. So I'll talk you through with it, just observe. So down dog, let the head go down a little bit, high heels, plank. What happens is that or that. Engage with the body, looking at the mat. For the Chaturanga, just elbows by the side of your rib cage. Come as close as you can, but keep the body nice and rigid. And then into up face dog. And finishing with the down dog. Let's go. Fingers wide. Palms, tuck the toes. Somebody say, I'm not going to do this. And we can see what to do. Tuck the toes. Slowly push the bum up. Check the feet are hip width apart. Good. Tighten up the glutes and the thighs, and the belly button lifts up towards the spine. Looking at the mat. Give it a go. Try it out.
Bend at the elbows, elbows towards the feet, by the side of the rib cage. Nose 3 or 4 inches off the mat. Good. Push the body forward and into up face dog. That's it. Breath in, breathing out, over the toes, back into down dog. And come down to your knees and sit back. Good. From there we move to the side of the body. So we've got the spine working, we've got the hips working, knees, all of the spine is nice front and back. We just work a little bit of the side. So it's Vasisthasana. There are 2, 3 levels. Some of you will go to level 3 as well. Let's go. Down face dog. Vasisthasana is the side plank. Again, feet to start with are hip width apart, and then you deliberately move them slightly away from each other. Feet slightly away. So when you roll, the heel touches the opposite toes. And then the front arm lifts up and you look up towards the ceiling. And lift the lower hip up a little bit. Feel the muscles on the side working. Good. Front leg goes on top of the back leg. Very good. Or the hands, find a focal point, lift the top leg and push the heel away. If you lose balance, come back out. And slowly back into down face dog. Head down, heels going down. Feet are slightly wider than the hips. And again, come up on high heels and roll the other way. Heel touches the toes, palm, front arm lifts up. Wonderful. Lift the lower hip, front leg on top of the back leg. Then the top leg lifts up, push the heel away. Wonderful. And slowly come back, go into down dog, feet hip width apart, and then come down to your knees and sit back. How are we doing? Okay? There'll be lying down postures coming as well. So, this is great. So much energy in the room. Remember the rule of the game. Yes. If it doesn't feel right, the wrist hurts, elbow is not happy, come back out, sit back, because that's a real yoga class, isn't it? So let's get as much of that in there as was possible. Good. We'll work the core of the body first, then we move to the spine. So sit to any one side and stretch your legs out in front of you. Palms can be by the side. So really, instead of that, just allowing the upper body to be as straight as possible. Good. Janu Sirsanya. Bring the right knee in, place the right foot onto the inside of your left thigh. Then sweep both the arms around. Allow the fingers to be in pyramids. You press and lift the collarbones up. Look at your left foot, engage it, push it away. Good. Keeping the torso as upright as you can, stretch both the hands up. Stretch up as you breathe in. As you breathe out, start to fold forward. Your belly is going towards the left thigh, and you're reaching either for the toes or for the shins. Just go as far as you can, and then tuck the chin in and see if the forehead can go towards the knee. Some of you, forehead on the knee. Good. Taking advantage of the posture. Underneath the left side of your rib cage is the spleen, but then you know the entire core body is there. Let's massage all those organs. 3 breaths. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull the belly muscles towards the spine. As you breathe in, you let the muscles go. Exhale, pull the belly muscles in. Inhale. One more. Exhale, squeeze the muscles. And as you inhale, you start to release. Leave the left palm on the left knee. Sweep the right hand around and plant the whole palm on the mat or on the floor. Good. Left foot is going to drop in. Left hand diagonally across. You come up onto your right knee and follow the left hand all the way around. That's it. Looking at your fingers, let the neck stretch. And slowly come back out. Stretch the legs out. Let the hands be by the side of your hips, not leaning back, by the side. And just press and lift the bum off the mat, so the spine is nicely suspended. Good. The next time you breathe out, pull both the feet in. Bum's definitely off the mat, isn't it? Good. Keep it there. Stretch the right leg out. Nice and easy. Bring it back. Left leg parallel to the mat. Bring it back. And then both the legs. And gently landing down. Gently coming down. Good. Let's carry on. Do the other side. Left foot into the inside of the right thigh. Sweep the hands around. Fingers are in pyramids. Press. Bring the shoulder blades and right heel pushed away. Wonderful. Keeping the spine nice and upright. Stretch both the hands up. As you breathe out, fold forward. Let the belly go towards the thighs, towards the right thigh, and you reach as far as you can. Either holding the toes or sides of the feet, or even the palms on the side of your shins. Now, ease up a little bit. Good. Bend the knee. That's it. Just work with that. Eventually it will flatten out. Right hand side, a little bit more complex underneath the rib cage. The liver, the gallbladder, the large intestines. So 3 breaths. As you breathe out, pull the belly muscles in. As you breathe in, let go. Exhale, pull the muscles in. Inhale. Exhale. And start to release. Right palm remains on the right knee. Sweep the left hand around. Good. The whole palm is on the mat. Right foot will drop in as you take your right hand diagonally across, come up onto your left knee. Follow the right hand all the way back. Slowly allowing, fingers nice and wide, let all the nerves work. Go as far as you can. Good. And slowly release back out. Stretch the legs out. Hands go by the side of the hips. Palms, fingers pointing forward. Play the game. It's the same thing again. Push and lift the bum off the mat. Next time you breathe out, bring both the feet in. That's it. Hold. If the mat comes, that's fine. Hold the bum there and stretch both the legs out. And drop back down. Maybe we'll have to try something else next time. Good. Right. So this would be the sequence I would call the warm-up sequence, which is quite a lot has happened in the body. The next 2 postures, which we do quite regularly, and those are the ones for the spine. Spine, sciatica, sciatic nerve issues, hip joints, all of those. Now, some of you, when you're in the posture, a teacher will come around and do some adjustments as well. Yes, our teachers learn this quite deep when they're at the school. Lie back down, looking up at the ceiling. Good. Open your arms wide in line with the shoulders. Palms facing up. Good. Bend at the knees and plant your feet on the mat. Place the right foot on top of the left knee. Push the knees slightly away from the face. If you're looking at bright lights, close your eyes. When you breathe out, take both the knees towards the right elbow. Teachers, if they need help, go for it. Now, the foot helps you to take the knee down. The left shoulder blade stays on the floor and allow the stretch of the outside of the hip. And there, you're starting to engage with the muscles that, if there is any sciatic nerve issues, you're going to start to release that. Good. Teachers will come and help. Teachers, be patient. There's a bit more work to be done. As you breathe out, bring both the knees towards the left elbow. So slow twist of the lumbar spine. Coming around, allowing the right toes to land on the floor. Go for it, Rashna. Once the toes are on the floor, reach with the left hand and help the knee down. Teachers, go spine side. Good, spine side, Rashna. Good, keep pulling the knee down. We're dropping quite deep into the muscles around the lumbar spine, so let them work. Engage with the right set of fingers, open them wide, and nice and slow, begin to walk the right hand up towards 10 o'clock, 11, and 12. Teachers, that's it. Working with that awareness is allowing that knee to go down and allowing the shoulder. So, on the spine side, and he is totally unbreakable. So just working. It's just a bit stiff, that's all. Yeah, muscles will release. Push the right fingers away from the right shoulder. And then slowly bring the right hand back in line with the right shoulder. Everybody, turn your head, look to your left. And then straighten out the right leg. Support the back of the knee from underneath. Elbow becomes the fulcrum point, and you lock the knee in. Push the heel, pull the toes in. That's it. Allow the knee to lock in first, so we really work the deep muscles. As you push the heel, pull the toes towards the face. Any cramps, you come straight back out. Bend at the knees, feet on the floor. And then you go that little bit further. Teachers, brace the other thigh and then work the body that little bit more. Look at the student. Good. And come back out. And plant your feet on the mat. Keep the knees bent, arms remain wide. Shoulder blades, eyes closed. And go into observing the difference between the left and the right hip. Movement is the key for that very vital joint, hip joints. Balance it out. Let's do the other side. Left foot on top of the right knee. Allowing the knee to move away from the face a little bit. When you breathe out, take both the knees towards the left elbow. That's it. Guide the foot down. You're doing well. Just observe. And when you get an opportunity, then you go and adjust. But always spine side. Increase the distance here. There may even be a click in there. Breath in. As you breathe out, twist, take both the knees towards the right elbow. That's it. Once the left toes are on the floor, reach with the right hand and help the knee down. Now, relax. Yes? Left shoulder blade stays on the floor. Teachers, wonderful. Take the student that little bit more. Their face will tell you how things are going. Keep pulling the knee down with the right hand. Engage with the left fingers, open them wide. You're engaging with lots of nerves from the neck all along the arm to the fingertips. Start to drift up towards 2 o'clock along the floor. 1 o'clock and 12. Allow the fingers. You may even feel some tingling in the fingers. It's all good stuff. And gently push the fingers away from the shoulder. Pull the knee down a bit more. And bring the left hand back in line with the left shoulder. Turn your head, look to your right. And straighten out the left leg. And in your own time, come back out. Plant your feet on the mat. All okay? Hands go by the side of your hips. Palms are turned up, eyes are closed. Join the soles of the feet and let the knees drop to either side. So again, staying with the hip joints. Whenever you get a chance to do this posture, it's a great opportunity to see hip balance. So you lift your head, lift your face, look at your knees, and if the one is higher than the other, bring the knees into line. That's it. Once the knees are in line, let the head go back down. Left and right hips in perfect alignment with the spine. Patience. Lots of muscles are stretching now from the insides of your thighs all the way through the hips into the spine. The psoas and iliacus muscles, strong, sensitive muscle. Good. Familiar posture. Open your eyes. Bring the knees together. Bring the knees to the chest. Cross your ankles and grab hold of the big toes. Stay with the legs out. Grab hold of the big toes. So all of the front and back muscles of the body are going to work. Don't get too worried if you can't get there. Just give it a go as much as you can. Back of the head will be on the mat. You're looking up towards the ceiling. Nice and slow. Begin to show the soles of the feet to the ceiling. And you continue that journey till the toes are beyond your head, towards the floor, beyond your head. Keep hold of the big toes and slowly start to come back down, vertebra at a time. Bend at the knees, keep hold of the big toes, bend at the knees, outer edges of the feet go to the mat. And push the knees away. And you know how much work is going on along the front back of the spine. All the hands will take it into a candle shoulder stand, but give another go. Second round. Hold the toes, slowly show the soles of the feet to the ceiling. Continue the journey till the toes are ready to touch the floor beyond your head. Good. Eyes open, eyes open. Relax. Don't have to go any further than that. Good. Leave the toes where they are. Stretch the hands up towards the ceiling. Palms facing in, fingers wide. And then start to lift the legs up towards the ceiling. Your body weight will be on the back of your head and tops of your shoulders. Wonderful. Breathe. Center of your neck in full squeeze. When you're ready to come out, you roll up into a sitting posture with crossed legs. Yes, that was intense. You okay? Hand on each knee. Spine upright. You're allowed to tell me off, you know. Be real. Some of these postures do demand quite a lot. So first, release out if it doesn't feel right. 2, tell the teacher, how are they going to get better? If they don't get feedback, I'm the best that ever was, but that doesn't make me good. I would like to improve as much as possible. Your feedback is essential. Stay with the spine before we take it into our thread the needle. So a simple twist, right hand on the left knee, left hand, sweep it behind you. Good. As you breathe out, slowly twist and look over the left shoulder. Chris, don't look so worried. It's all going well. Teachers, make sure your own posture is comfortable. And as you breathe out, see if you can go a little bit further. There, let's see the muscles working as well. Brilliant. And in your own time, slowly come back, hand on each knee, spine nice and upright. When we do the other side, left hand on the right knee, sweep the right hand around. Brilliant. So now, nicely braced. Good proud posture at the front first. And then with the breath, as you breathe out, twist, look over the right shoulder. Come as far around as you can. Breathe. Good. Hold. Brilliant. And in your own time, come back out, hand on each knee. Allow the breathing to settle down. The organs have moved quite a lot, so they take a little bit of time to come back to their places. Every time you do any of this at home, take a break in between each posture. Breathe, observe. Then comes our fun posture. Right. This is the one that sorts spine out. It sorts heads out. Because you can't be thinking that my car is unlocked and my car keys are in there. If you get any other thought, you're going to lose the balance. We've seen that, haven't we? Good. Thread the needle. Sit back at the backs of your heels towards the back of your mat. Sanskrit for it is Majjaryasana. Majja means happiness. So it's very much related to how happy we all feel once we've done this posture. Sitting back at the back of the heels, hands by the side, so the mat in front of you, and then open your knees as wide as the mat. Good. Hands go to your knees. And a good proud posture. Collarbones lift up. Good. Fold forward, plant the palms on the mat, knees remain wide, big toes touching, palms directly underneath the shoulders. Right hand walks behind the left hand along the floor. Keep looking down till the right shoulder drops to the mat. And then deliberately engage all the muscles in your neck, turn your head and look up towards the ceiling. Then release the left hand up, fingers nice and wide, and let the fingers disappear a little bit from peripheral vision. Well done, buddy. Very good. Second level, left toes tucked onto the mat and slowly straighten out the left leg. Everybody pay attention to your right knee. That's carrying most of the body weight now. If there's anything not right, you come straight back out of the posture. Let the back of the left hand go towards the floor. Stretched leg begins to lift up. Wonderful. Push the heel so you engage all the muscles from the heel to the left glute. Slowly bend at that left knee. reach and grab hold of the front of the left foot. Hold the hands, eyes closed. Allow the other foot to come up and find the arch with the knee. That's it. Then release the left foot, stretch the leg out, place your palm on the outside of your left hip. You'll feel your hip joint. Wonderful. Then release the left hand beyond your head. Let the back of the hand go to the floor. Very good. And slowly come back out. Slowly release it back out. It's perfectly okay to release, to lose the balance. It's not a big issue. And sitting back. Observe the body. I'm very keen on making sure that there is nothing negative that is happening at the knees when you're in that posture. Here, the main delivery of this posture, apart from me in my spine, is the knees. When they work well, the world seems to be at right. Let's do the other side. Open the knees wide, and everybody's slowing down. Yes, lean forward, plant the palms on the mat, prepare for the posture. It's an intense one. Knees wide, big toes touching, left hand begins to walk behind the right. Left shoulder drops to the mat. And then engage the muscles in the neck. See, some of you get the back of the head on the mat, some of you side of the head. And then release the right hand up. Fingers nice and wide. And slowly allow the fingers to disappear a little bit from the peripheral vision. Wonderful. Even if you do this, the entire spine is on the move in the rotation bit. Second level, right toes tucked onto the mat, and slowly straighten out the right leg. And as always, pay attention to the left knee. Easing up. That's it. Stretched leg begins to lift up. Close your eyes. Doesn't matter if you lose balance. Lift it up, feel the muscle, push the heel away so muscles engage. Good, slowly bend at the right knee, reach and grab hold of the front of the right foot. Push the knee away from the face a little bit, pubic bone moves forward. Good, left foot comes up. Find the arch with the knee. This is spatial awareness. Where is my knee? Where is my foot? And then release the right foot, stretch the leg out, plant your palm on the outside of your right hip. And then release the right hand beyond your head, nice and slow. Back of the hand on the floor. Wonderful. Gillian, fabulous. And slowly come back out. And sit back. Brilliant. Feels okay? Yes. See how far the postures have come? Good. So we work the toes, we work the ankles, we work the knees, we work the hip joints, we work the spine. We'll come to the shoulders some other time, but let's just work the legs now again. Come up in a standing posture in the middle of your mat with the feet mat width apart. Middle of your mat. This is our version of Utkatasana, sitting on an imaginary chair. Be fussy about this one because there are lots of variations in this one. This one has really proved very useful. I'll show you and then we'll go. This is for the camera rather than for you. So, I'll show you first. Pushing the bum towards the wall behind you. It's sitting on an imaginary chair. Now, for distance, I would just do that. But as you can see, nothing's working. Posterior chain isn't engaged. That's when it compromises the spine. So it doesn't matter how far you get, knees go over the heels, and that's when everything engages. Let's have a go. Hands go forward, feet are mat width apart. Nice and slow. Push the bum towards the wall behind you. Good. Tuck your chin in, look at your toes. You'll be able to tell whether the knees are moving towards the toes or not. Tuck your chin in. Now, drop the bum down. Push the knees back over the heels. Push the knees back. You've got the counterweight in front of you. Good. Drop the bum down. Push the knees back. Feel the engagement of the muscles. Yeah, I can feel it, Sam. Drop the bum down. Push the knees back. And slowly come back up. Go the distance. Take it as far as you can. Because most of us, those of you who are into sitting on chairs for 2 to 3 hours a day because we have to work, get them engaged. Once these are working, it immediately braces the spine and it's doing well. Yes. The second level, bring the toes, feet hip width apart. Again, wait, watch, so that we can capture it on camera. So it's again similar, but takes that a little bit more. It's not just posterior chain, I want to engage the anterior chain as well. So I can do that, which really loses it, as you know. So never mind the distance. Lower back, nicely engaged. Looking up at the ceiling, drop the bum down, push the knees back, lift the hands up. Now stay looking up at the ceiling and see if the front muscles are working. Bring the arms around and find the muscles. I've done mine, it's your turn. Feet hip width apart. Stretch the hands up. You're perfectly entitled to sit down and just observe. That's fine. In your own time, as you breathe out, push the bum towards the wall behind you. Tuck your chin in, look at your toes. Same thing, slight bend at the tops of the knees to drop on a high bar stool. Some of you don't know bar stool, I don't believe that. Drop the bum down, look at your toes, push the knees back over the heels. And then as you breathe out, lift your hands up. Look up between the palms. Drop the bum down, push the knees back, lift the hands up. Keep looking up at the ceiling, fingers in pyramids. Let the arms go all the way around and then tap hard and find the muscles. You've got them. Good, stretch the hands back up towards the ceiling and slowly release. Did you find them? But they're there. There's 4 layers of muscles there. And once they work, and the side works in our plank posture, and of course, Utkatasana, the back muscles work. The spine is now nicely braced. Yeah. And it's paid dividends. Some of you probably don't believe there was at a stage where I couldn't walk more than 50 meters. Yes. Before I had to squat down and release the sciatic nerve. One of the consultants said to me that you'll be in a wheelchair in 6 months. Work the body. When you're ready, when I was ready, my teacher appeared and he took me through all of this and consequently I'm able to pass it on. No bad backs as far as we're concerned. That applies to my teachers as well. They study their anatomy and physiology to this level. No bad backs. Am I right, Carol? No bad backs. Excellent. One more posture, same thing, posterior anterior chain engaged. Tippy toe to the back of your mat. Feet are hip width apart. Hands go to your hips. Come up on the right ball of the foot. I'm looking at. Step forward with the left leg. First check, is the knee directly over the heel? If need be, you just move around till the knee so you protect the knee. And then stretch both the hands up. This is Veerabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. If your balance is okay, lean back a little bit and look up between the palms, if the balance is okay. Otherwise, look straight ahead. Drop the hips a bit. That right heel pushes towards the mat a bit. Very good. Look straight ahead. Bring the arms parallel to the floor. 45 degrees to your left. Fingers are same distance from the shoulders. Feel the thoracic spine engage. Drop the hips a little bit. Breathe. Come back to the center. Take the arms back up. Allow the fingers to be in pyramids. And you lean back with the pyramids. And slowly fold forward, pyramids either side of the left foot. Pyramids on the mat. And then you slowly straighten out the left leg. And allow the forehead to go to the left knee. Doesn't matter if your palms are on the shins. Wonderful. Touch the floor. That's okay, just let them hang. I've got your balance. Look at the floor. Bend at the left knee. Step forward with the right leg and come up. That's it. Tippy toe to the back of the mat and we do the other half. You guys are too serious for this. It's hard work. It pays dividends, this one. If you can, you don't even need a mat. Just work at it as much as you can. Hands on the hips, come up on the left ball of the foot. Step forward with the right leg, checking that right knee is over the right heel. Finding torso upright. And drift the hands up, fingers nice and wide. And then lean back and look up between the fingers, if the balance is there. Bend the front knee a little bit. Good, look up. I've got your balance, fingers wide. Look straight ahead, bring the arms parallel to the floor. That's it, drop the hips a little bit. Fingers wide, 45 degrees to your right. Fingers same distance from the shoulders, so you work the thoracic spine. Good. Drop the hips a bit. And you come back to the front. Take the hands back up towards the ceiling. Allow the fingers to be in pyramids. And lean back with the pyramids. Open the front of the body. And fold forward, pyramids either side of the right foot. And you straighten out the right leg. And see if the forehead, pyramids may walk back a little bit. That's it, forehead going down. Let the back muscles stretch. Wonderful. Look at the floor, bend the right knee, drop the left knee to the mat, and sit back on the backs of your heels. And hands by the side. Breathing in. When you breathe in, allow the belly button to move forward. When you breathe out, the belly button goes towards the spine. If you don't want anybody looking at you, close your eyes. As you breathe in, let the belly button go forward. As you breathe out, belly button towards the spine. One more. Deep breath in. And out. And normal breaths. One more posture as we work and put some body weight onto the shoulder blades. So lie back down, looking up at the ceiling with the breath. When you're ready, kick your legs beyond your head. You're looking at your knees and support the spine straight away. Bring the knees in. Come closer. Good. Push. Lift the bum off the mat. Bend at the elbows. Good. One leg at a time. 45 degrees. I know you can do this. This is pretend. Yes. Looking at your knees. Well done. So your own posture was. Allow the legs to be at 45 degrees. Don't rush into the posture. Feel what's going on in the center of your neck. There are 4 vital organs there. Thyroid, parathyroids, the adenoids, and the tonsils. Let them squeeze and work. If it feels right, you take it a bit further. Start to lift the spine up towards the ceiling a bit. Fingers pointing towards each other. That's it. And then start to straighten out the legs. And allow, so what I would do is to say that, see, you're not aware that it's upright. So if you stand by the side, thighs pushing away from the face, pubic bone moving towards the face. So it comes a little bit. Yes, it's a bit tough, I know. You'll be happy tomorrow. At any stage it's enough, you plant the palms on the mat and walk the spine down. If it feels right, leave the right leg up there, take the left leg beyond your head towards the floor. Try and keep the knee locked in, the left knee locked in. Doesn't matter how far you get. Good. Bring the left leg back up. Lift the spine, support it again, and then take the right leg beyond your head. Wonderful. Push the left heel away, and then bring the right leg back. And then into 45 degrees. Look at the knees again. We're going to work the core of the body now. Release the spine and plant the palms on the mat. And nice and slow, vertebra at a time, start to walk the spine towards the mat and on the mat. Nice and slow. Come back out. And knees are bent, plant the feet on the mat. Robert, lie back down, let the spine relax a bit. Knees bent, feet on the mat. So that was essentially a forward bend. So you do a little bit of counter posture. Reach down, touch the backs of the heels. Make sure the feet are hip width apart. As you breathe out, you push the pubic bone up towards the ceiling. Go as high as you can, and then interlace the fingers underneath. Then you shuffle at the shoulders and bring the shoulder blades towards each other. Your eyes are slightly open. When you breathe in, is the belly button lifting? When you breathe out, belly button towards the spine. That's your diaphragm working. Breath in and out. One more, breath in. And release the fingers, slowly walk the spine down. When the hips are on your mat, bring both the knees to the chest. Put your arms around the knees. Interlace the fingers if you can. As you breathe out, bring the forehead up towards the knees. Nice and close, as far as you can get. That's it, close, pull the belly button towards the spine. Keep hold of the knees, let the head go back down. And then gently rock from side to side. Massage the muscles either side of the spine. And you know they've all worked well. Drop right down to the elbow if you can. Massage the side of the rib cage and outside of your hips. That's it. Coming back to the center. Release the knees. Plant your feet on the mat. And in your own time. You're going to roll to any one side. We're going to do a little bit of pranayama and then into relaxation. So if you need your warm things around you, get your stuff now. You're going to end up sitting with crossed legs, facing the way you were facing when we started. That's it. Get your things around you. Let there be energy in the class as you move. You okay? Yes, see? That was it. Oh, you're perfect, all right. I know that. Sitting down comfortably. If you need to use blocks, there are blocks there. And then allow the backs of the wrists to rest on the knees. And as you engage the index finger with the thumb, that's your cue to straighten out the upper spine. Eyes are closed, chin is slightly tucked in. Wonderful opportunity to engage with the body. First thing you become aware of is that there is nothing in the body needing or calling for attention. When you do the kind of work you've done for well over an hour, this is a result. No ache, no pain, anywhere in the body. This evening we're going to stay with our version of the Ujjayi breath. Again, if you're not familiar or you've forgotten about it, keep your eyes open, have a look at the first round. Rest of you, tuck your chin in a little bit. Start with a complete exhalation, belly button towards the spine, and begin to empty the lungs as much as you can. Exhale, exhale. Inhale to the very top and hold. Pull in the belly muscles and hold your breath. And let go. Normal breaths. Second round. Exhale fully, belly button, lungs emptying as much as you can. Inhale to the very top and hold. Pull in the belly muscles. And let go. Normal breaths. One more round. Make it as deep as you can. Exhale fully. Squeeze the muscles. Empty the lungs as much as you can. Inhale to the very top. Pull in the muscles. And let go. Normal breaths. For the next few minutes, You're going to lie down. Keep your eyes closed, facing up towards the ceiling. If you're using your blankets, then cover yourselves up now. Just lie back down at the moment. Nothing to do. You know how to go into a full relaxation Svasana posture. Legs are mat width apart. Feet are flopped to the side. Palms faced up. Eyes are closed. Chin is slightly tucked in. And allow your awareness to examine your posture. Heels, hips, shoulder blades, back of your head, in a wonderful straight line. And engage with the nostrils. Feel the cool air going in, warm air coming out. Good. Keep your eyes closed. Bring both the knees to the chest. Wrap your arms around the knees. Awareness goes to your spine. We're going to put some body weight on there. As you breathe out, bring your forehead up towards the knees. Pulling the knees towards the forehead, belly button going towards the spine. And then keep hold of the knees, let the head go back down. And once again, gently rock from side to side, going over the muscles either side of the spine. Drop right down to the elbow. Get the side of the rib cage massaged. And then you come back to the center. Release your knees and plant your feet on the mat. And in your own time, roll to any one side and come up in a sitting posture. Got my little granddaughter, 4-year-old. We stand in front of the mirror and I am the best thing that's ever happened, and we put music to it. What kind of a person she's going to be remains to be seen, but we're not. There's an 18-year-old in here. He hasn't aged, so he needs all that. Look in the mirror and talk to yourself. Nobody else is going to tell you. Yes. I am the best thing that's ever happened to this universe. You say that, I know. The best thing that's ever happened to this universe. Yes. Bravo. And then say it nicely in front of the mirror. Remains for me to say thank you very much for coming and joining in this. So, thank you and a namaste. Namaste.